Like, I'm not even aware of the scale of the production, or I'm not even aware that it's odd. I'm not particularly comfortable with holding a camera. I never hold cameras. This is how I make pictures. In a way, it's the only way I know how to make a picture. Like a film, I use a lot of production, a lot of lighting, a lot of set design. In terms of process, there's two quite contrasting ways that I work. One is on location, and then the other is on a soundstage. When we work on location, I will drive around looking through neighborhoods, location scouting in a sense. We start to put together a lighting plan, and then the location manager has to start, working with the city, and this starts a whole long process. It's a very different process when we work on soundstage because I'm not really responding to a location. I'll start working with my art director, and then we'll start making sketches and then architectural drawings, and then we'll start building the sets, and then we'll have like 5 weeks on a soundstage, and we usually will make 5 or 6 pictures. A huge shifting point was when I first met my director of photography, Rick Sands. He opened up for me an enormous possibility in terms of how to choreograph light in a way that I don't think any other photographer does. It's finding meaning through light. I'm always interested in tensions. A primary one is that collision between the familiar and the strange. I think that exists in all of my pictures, an unexpected sense of mystery or strangeness or beauty. My interest in that tension comes out of a very particular place, and that's the fact that my father was a psychoanalyst. When I was young, his office was in the basement of our house. I had all these early memories of attempting to try to hear what was going on under the surface underneath our living room. And I think that, in retrospect, is a great metaphor for what I do now. This picture was part of a production that we did over 5 weeks of winter. We worked in cooperation with the town and had an agreement that they would just shut down the entire main street of Pittsfield and just let the snow gather.
This is snow we can never duplicate, this is the real deal. So far we think we got 4 inches. We have 1 hour.
The picture's residing on this thing that almost doesn't exist, like this moment in between moments. The first thing I had to think of is what would be the title of a movie that I would want on the marquee. I settled finally on Brief Encounter, and then a single car rounding a snowy street, and then the tracks of the car appearing behind it.
I'll get rid of it in post.
And then I wanted some other sort of disconnected figures. So there was a figure in the diner, and then I put a figure underneath, walking away from us in the movie theater.
Basically, I say position, and then you just hold it. It's like a second exposure, and then I say hold, and then relax, and you relax, and then a little bit more up. Yeah, perfect.
And I thought between that triad, I was hoping that there would be the suggestion of some kind of inverted narrative or something.
Clear frame. Okay, here we go. Okay, position. And hold. Relax.
I feel like I go through this enormous process to make a way of making a picture that feels distinct, that feels like it's from a particular world. There's problems and there's issues and then complications and then more problems and more issues, and then there's these moments of grace. There's these beautiful moments that for me make everything worth it. Everything worth it. It's like really what I live for is sort of when everything becomes aligned and I'm standing in front of a subject and it all comes together to create a perfect world. And that's what it's all about for me.
This is it. Susie, this is it. Final exposure. Position. And hold. And that is a wrap. Perfect photograph.